Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? I'm loving my body wave, my beach wave, whatever. I love it. But anyway, it's time for this HBCU train to roll on, baby. And yeah, today we're winding down to the end of this trip. We only have like 10 schools left after this. Isn't that something? So today we're at Talladega College and we in at Tougaloo College. Only doing four today. And so because I realized one of my schools is a land grant institution and I already did it. So we already went to Tennessee State. We don't need to stop by there again. So we're going to start off in Talladega College. So let's get into the history of Talladega. Founded in 1867. It actually began on November 20th, 1865, when two former slaves, William Savory of Savory and Thomas Tarrant, both of Talladega, met in convention with a group of new freedmen in Mobile, Alabama. Their commitment came out of that meeting came this commitment. We regard the education of our children and youth as vital to the preservation of our liberties, and true religion as the foundation of all real virtue, and shall use our utmost endeavors to promote these blessings in our common country. And so Savory and Tarrant, aided by General Wager Swain of the Freedmen's Bureau, we've heard Freedmen's Bureau before, very huge, just like the church, very huge foundation in a lot of HBCUs across the South, of course, began in earnest to provide a school for the children of former slaves of the community. And it resulted in the construction of a one-room schoolhouse. We've seen that across a lot of HBCUs, especially those from the 1800s. Tuskegee is one of those schools. Had a small little school. Ours is the little theater, but we use that as a little theater. But a lot of campuses still have that one room schoolhouse using lumber salvage from an abandoned carpenter shop. I keep telling y'all, you don't need a whole lot. Start with passion and vision. Use what you got. You got to ask yourself, what's in my hand? You got to look in your hand and ask you, what's in my hand that I can use that's going to create that's going to bring my vision to life. What's in your hand? Because what we've seen throughout this HBCU train has been what's in their hand. They had vision, they had passion, and they had drive, and they persevered. They looked at what was in their hand. They came together collectively and created something. And that's how we have all of these long-standing HBCUs that we fight for every day. The nearby Baptist Academy was about to be sold under mortgage default. This building had been built in 1852-53 with the help of slaves, including Savory and Tarrant. And so they purchased that. General Swain persuaded the American Missionary Association to buy the building and 20 acres of land for $23,000. A lot of money again in the 1800s. It might be like $23,000 is nothing. Okay, in the 1800s, it was a lot of money. And so the parents renamed the building Swain School. It opened in November 1867 with about 140 pupils. That's a lot of people at the start of a school. And that lets you know the hunger, the thirst that our people had to learn just for education. Just wow. A building constructed with slave labor for white students became the home of the state's first private liberal arts college dedicated to servicing the educational needs of Blacks. Wow. Just wow. In 1869, Swain School was issued a charter as Talladega College by the judge of probate of Talladega County. 20 years later, in 1889, the Alabama State Legislature exempted properties of the college from taxation. You can learn more about Talladega's history on their website, but listen, let's just talk about that foundation. I just want to go back to this statement. A building constructed with slave labor for white students became the home of the state of Alabama, first private liberal arts college dedicated to servicing the educational needs of Blacks. Let's just get into that and how profound that is. Just really let that marinate and sink in. And just that tells you a whole lot. Just a whole lot. Again, a liberal arts school. So what's that foundation? The other thing, that other common thread that we've seen talking about HBCUs, teachers training and the training of leaders in education was the first and has been a continuing interest of the institution. Training teachers. I'm not saying that's all they do, but again, that's been a history. We've seen that in a lot of HBCUs, especially those across the South. But so it's not surprising to see or hear or read about that. So again, and that's what a lot of liberal arts schools do. But just knowing that history and that foundation. So I just really wanted to drive that point home so you can see and understand. Listen, it's huge. They have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. My God, get into that. I'm just not even going to get into how that important that is, but y'all just need to know. You just need to know that's amazing. Just 12-to-1. Yeah. Okay. So they have business and administration, excuse me, humanities and fine arts, natural sciences and mathematics. They have the Eunice Walker Johnson School of Science, social sciences and education. They have a fast track program, liberal arts, of course, because it is a liberal arts school. They do have an institutional effectiveness and research program. So y'all get into it. Talladega College of course, Talladega, Alabama. It's a liberal arts. They do have fine arts, music performance, mass media, studies, criminal justice, education, public administration, sociology, poli-sci. They have one graduate program. They have in their division of natural sciences and mathematics, and that is an online master computer information system. So check them out. Talladega College in Talladega, Alabama. Our train rolls on to Texas College in, I believe, Tyler, Texas. Hold on. I think we're in Tyler, Texas now. Yes, we're in Tyler, Texas at Texas College. And so it is a historically Black college founded in 1894 by a group of CME ministers. We're seeing the church again. Their mission continues to embody the principles of the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church. And that is to prepare students with competencies in critical and creative thinking related to the knowledge, skills, and abilities as defined in areas of study. The college shall provide an environment to inspire intellectual, spiritual, ethical, moral, and social development, which empowers graduates to engage in lifelong learning, leadership, and service. So the historic beginnings, the college history starts in the spring of 1894 by a group of ministers affiliated again with the CME Church. It was the start of the educational process for a group of disenfranchised individuals in the area in East Texas, city of Tyler. As originally issued July 1st, 1907, the name was established as Texas College with the purpose of an educational institution designed to operate under the supervision, care, and ownership of the CME Church in America. So on June 12th, 1909, the name of the college was changed from Texas College to Phillips University. The noted change was associated with Bishop Henry Phillips as a result of his leadership and educational interest for mankind. But in May 1912, the college was officially renamed Texas College. So it's gone a little bit back and forth, but that's just so you know, just a little bit of the history of Texas College. We're going to get into their academics, but again, I want to tell you guys, you're going to see the same thing that we've seen in a lot of different HBCUs across the South. It is that foundation of the church and educating teachers. And this school is not different from any of those. So just so you know, they also started with one building. I see they have if you go on their website, you can see that they have a picture of the original building for Texas College. They have their academic divisions. They have four. They have business and social science, general studies and humanities, interdisciplinary studies, teacher education, natural and computational sciences. And so business and social sciences, they offer business administration, criminal justice, social work, sociology. And so get into that. Let's see what else that they have. In their interdisciplinary studies, that's where you'll find their teacher education. They have, of course, a baccalaureate degree, associate. They have a post-baccalaureate certificate, data management. Let's see, they have educator preparation programs, early childhood through grade 6, grades 4 through 8, grades 7 through 12, early childhood through grade 12. So a lot of different things there in their teacher education. Again, we're not surprised to see that. In their general studies and humanities, we're not surprised. You know, it's the same thing. You'll see liberal studies, English, general studies, music, religion. That's what you'll see in that area. And then finally, in their natural and computational sciences, you will have biology, computer sciences, and mathematics. So check them out. That's Texas College in Tyler, Texas. Our train rolls on to our third school today, and it's Texas Southern University. On September 14th, 1927, the Houston Public School Board agreed to fund the development of 2 junior colleges, one for whites and one for African Americans, with a loan from the Houston Public School Board of $2,800. The colored junior college was born in the summer of 1927 under the supervision of the Houston School District. The enrollment for the first summer was 300. Amazing. For the fall semester, the enrollment dropped to 88 students because many of the 300 enrolled during the summer semester were teachers who had to return to their jobs once the school year began. And so the junior college was established to provide an opportunity for African Americans to receive college training. It progressed so fast that by 1931, it became a member of the Association of Colleges and Secondary Schools and was approved by SACS. Houston College for Negroes. In the summer of 1934, the Houston School Board changed the junior college to a 4-year college, and the name became Houston College for Negroes. In 1936, 63 individuals became members of the first graduating class. It operated this way until the summer of 1943, when it formally added a graduate program in the spring of 45. The Houston Independent School District severed its relationship with Houston College for Negroes. Thereafter, all management of the college was vested in a separate board of regents. And so that's some of the changes. The college obtained a 53-acre piece of property in 1946. And so Texas State University for Negroes was born in 1947. So just giving you some of the change in the name and the history. The bill under a state legislature, Senate Bill 140 on March 3rd, 1947. And so the bill complemented House Bill 788, which approved $2 million to purchase a site near Houston to house the new college and support its operation. $2 million was a lot of money in 1947. I don't care what you say. So they initially considered Prairie View as a location of the new law school, but the decision was changed to Houston College for Negroes. And so a new law school for Negroes of Texas and Texas State University was born in 1947. And then Texas Southern University, they got their name in 1951. That's when it transitioned. So it's transitioned from a lot of different names before it became Texas Southern in 1951. When the university opened its doors in September 1947, it had 2,300 students, 2 schools, 1 division, 1 college, the law school, the pharmacy school, the vocational division, and the College of Arts and Sciences. And so over time it's changed. I'm so glad that they removed the term Negroes, but that term was not removed until 1951. So please stop talking about how far ago and how we need to let stuff go, because the term Negro was not dropped from Texas State University when the name changed to Texas Southern until 1951. It's 2020. There are people still living that remember this. Yeah, history is painful, but it is the history of the United States of America, and Black history is American history. We need to deal with it and get into it. So let's get into some of the colleges and schools that Texas Southern University has. They have the School of Business. They have the Barbara Jordan Mickey Leland School of Public Affairs. They have the College of Education, pharmacy and health sciences, liberal arts and behavioral sciences. They have science, engineering, and technology. They have the School of Communication. They have the Thurgood Marshall School of Law. They have a graduate school. They have a weekend college. They have continuing education, and then they have an honors college. Please take a moment to get into Texas Southern University. If you don't know, I've said it already. I slipped it in there. They're in Houston, Texas. And our train ends today at Tougaloo College and Jackson, Mississippi. Tougaloo College is a private co-educational HBCU. It is a four-year liberal arts, church-related, but not church-controlled institution. What that's basically saying, their foundation, their roots, again, not surprising, the church had a huge hand in the founding of Tougaloo. It sits on 500 acres of land on West County Line Road in the northern edge of Jackson, Mississippi. One might say that the Amistad, the famous court case that freed Africans who were accused of mutiny after they killed a part of the captor crew of the slave ship Amistad and took over the vessel, begat the American Missionary Association, and the American Missionary Association begat Tougaloo College and her 5 sister institutions. And I'm not surprised by that. And again, we're seeing that church foundation, and that is very true. In 1869, the American Missionary Association of New York purchased 500 acres of land from John Bodie, owner of the Bodie or Body plantation, to establish a school for the training of young people, irrespective of religious tenets, and conducted on the most liberal principles for the benefit of our citizens in general. So Tougaloo University began in 1871. The normal department was recognized as a teacher training school until 1892. And at that time, the college ceased to receive aid from the state. Courses for college credit were first offered in 1897, and in 1901, the first Bachelor of Arts degree was awarded to Travers S. Crawford. In 1916, the name of the institution was changed to Tougaloo College. So you can learn a little bit more about Tougaloo on their website. But again, we're still seeing that same foundation of the church being involved in just the whole development and the foundation of African American, of HBCUs, whatever you want to call it. And so we're seeing still that foundation there. And this is a liberal arts school as well. So, just get into it. And let's get into some of their academics, because I really think that, sometimes we tend to think, again, that HBCUs for some reason are inferior, but I can't even begin to tell you how wrong that is. I just can't even begin to tell you how wrong that is. There's so much more to HBCUs, and we've seen it so many times how we turn out the best and brightest in African Americans in this nation, and even around the world. We have people all around the world. I know a Tuskegee alum right now is doing great things over in Dubai, and we're all over the world, and not just us. I mean, you can see Howard's best and brightest all the time. You see Hampton's best and brightest. You see so many of the best and brightest all over the world. I can't think of the HBCU, but a young lady just literally successfully cured cancer in a rat or a mouse or something. Or if it wasn't cancer, it was leukemia. I think it was leukemia. HBCU graduate. Listen, we're doing phenomenal things. You just have to want to get into what we're doing as a people. And again, Black history is American history. Black people are part of this nation, and a lot of things that we benefit from, a lot of things that we have that make everyday life easy, came because Black people invented it. Okay. And I'm not going to get into that, but just want you to know that, because sometimes we think that Black is inferior, and it's not. It absolutely is not. So they have the Division of Education, Humanities, Natural Science, and Social Science at Tougaloo. So they have a Jackson Hart Study Program. They have some summer programs A lot of schools have Upward Bound. They also have Upward Bound. They have a summer science program. They have Slam 1, Slam 2, Slam 3. They have Tougaloo Art Colony. They have a federal trio program. They have international programs, honors programs. They do have a council of undergraduate research. Come on, check them out. That's Tougaloo College in Jackson, Mississippi, and that is where in Tougaloo, Mississippi now. That is where our HBCU train ends today. I hope you guys learned something very valuable about HBCUs and what we have to offer, and that you really get in your mind, in your spirit, right down into your very soul, that Black is not inferior, and that yes, we turn out some of the best and brightest in the land. And just understand that Black excellence exists. And it's always existed. That is in our foundation. That's our history. That's our legacy. And we need to keep that in front of us at all times. So that's today's HBCU train. I love you guys. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Have a fantastic day. I really hope it's super productive. Bye.